Well, certainly in pieces. Welcome back to DCC Sodor, everyone. Today I'm in the middle of a DCC install that I mentioned before. This is Duck. I have just finished programming the sounds. Well, might have been last night, but the sounds have been programmed onto the decoder, and I am working on finishing the lights. I've added these nice Bachmann branch line sprung buffers that I got from Rails of Sheffield, and I'm gonna glue these into the back of Duck as well. Um, and Then I'm gonna finish soldering up these wires here, just like normal. We've got the pickups on there right now, and then we've got the motor contacts on there. So once I get those running, I'll add in the lights for his headlight and his tail light that he's got here. And we'll wire up some speakers and we'll get Duck with some sound going. Um, so we'll get back down and I'll give you guys another update here in a few minutes.
All right. So we'll get back to Duck in a second. As you can see, there's now a lot stuffed in his cab. We've got not only a keep alive and all the wiring and the resistors for the headlights, but also a new feature that I started with Thomas, dual speakers. I think this makes Duck sound pretty great. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm still working on a couple bugs, but I feel like the more volume and the crispness of the sound, just it really works for Duck. Um, but like I said, bugs, those are to be expected when you have a fully homemade sound file. Now, I think that it's about time that we got Duck running. We'll talk a little bit about what I did for the lighting here as we get Duck moving. But first, let's hear a demo of his sounds.
Duck isn't even my real name. My real name is Montague. Oh dear, looks like you two got some of the bad coal that arrived today. I've been sent to get some fresh coal to replace it. It's the Great Western Way. I think there might be three ways of doing things. The Great Western Way, the wrong way, and the Thomas Way. But the Great Western Way is usually the best.
So I'm pretty happy with those. So let's talk about Duck's lighting a little bit. I know that I've done this in the past, but I've never really gone over the lights. Maybe a little bit I did with Salty, but I bought these fiber optics that I use. They're a little bit thicker. I'm not sure the measurement specifically. I can't remember it, and I couldn't find my order on Amazon for these. But I think they're about 1.5 to 1.8 millimeters, somewhere in that range. And they just kind of, you snip a little bit off and you slide it into the 3D printed LED light housing, and it looks like a nice lens. Then on the back, what I do is I have some really teeny fiber optic strand. I think it's like 20 thousandths maybe. And I take a little lighter and I bring the end of the fiber optic up to the lighter, and it kind of makes like almost a football shape. And then I dip that in some red paint, and I can use that as the lens for his tail light. You can use a brush and just paint it, but for stuff that you've already done, that's the way I've been doing it. But for new stuff, I like to make sure that I dip the fiber optic in to make it red. So that's Duck. I'm going to call this one a pretty easy one. And we can close the book on another installation, which was always good to do. There's a bit more in the pipeline. We just got Bo, so I'm going to figure out how to install a DCC decoder into Bo. And I promised Paxton next after Duck. So Paxton will probably be after Bo. In addition, there may be some other, non-Thomas characters, not characters, but engines. I want to showcase some more of my American stuff here in the future. I've also got a particular A3 Pacific that is flying, but not Scottish. I guess you can guess who that is. But that's it for this one. So thank you, as always, so much for watching. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments on Duck. Give this video a like if you liked it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Really helps the channel when you do all three of those things, so I would really appreciate it. Be sure to check out other links in the descriptions where you can get Duck's sound files. You can also check out my Patreon, which would give you 2-day early access to this video. So this video is actually being released on Monday, June 24th on the Patreon page. That's my birthday. But otherwise, it's getting released on Wednesday, the 26th, which is not my birthday. So yeah, if you want to see these videos early, be sure to check out Patreon. And again, I'm going to thank you all for watching. And do all the like, commenting, and subscribing things that you want to do. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.